support you, because you've done the reform on your own. How much more can we now give you to stabilize your economy and for the people, the citizens, to feel the impact of these transformational policies and reforms that we've instituted?
President Tinubu.
Nuisance Lele.
They hear responsible people went to Rio to attract investors. Kolu Tinubu went to Rio to beg for loans. And IMF is like, how much do you need now? You've already started reform. We can see that you are ready to tax them to death next year. That sounds very great. How much do you need again? Anything you can. And from Kolu's side, I know there is hunger, but there is hope. Hope.
What we are trying to do is transform a situation of tragedy, hopelessness, into economic opportunity. See through problems and see the opportunity that is involved in it. We've heard so much about you in terms of the reputation, and we believe in the partnership. Yeah, we have taken four steps, and for me, daring food security is extremely important. As we talk right now, there is hunger. However, there is huge hope, and you are one of those hopes that we're looking at. Nigeria is a population of over 250 million and growing by 2.5%. So within the next few years, we'll be the fourth largest population economy in Africa and in the world, I would say. There's opportunity in what we are doing. And the legacy that you are about to flow with is what we want to do to change the narrative in Nigeria. I have one of the key governors, because by our constitution, the land, the grazing area, the ranches will be situated in area of their state. I think we've hit the nail on the head. We want you, we promise you. Nigeria is ready to do business with you.
Thank you.
That's it. You cannot find a better friend, a more reliable friend, an opportunity, and a good return on investment, better than what we are doing right now. And we are solving a problem that afflicted humanity in that part of Africa. Clash between farmers and migrating cow shoulders and all of that has caused some life and bloodshed. So when there is a modern civilized way to solve those problems and even bring a successful economy out of it. So I extend our partnership.
Yeah.
ẹni òfò ni ẹ ṣòfò láyé ẹ tún ṣe lálìkìyàmọ̀ ẹ̀yin rádaràda wọ̀nyí.
àsìkò òǹgbẹ lọ́tún lósì ẹ̀mí òsì káàrẹ Jagaban Karim.
Jagaban Karim. Again, I'm sorry that I didn't warn you ahead. Okay, usually I would warn you ahead and say, Tinubu said, well, I beg you, don't go and listen to it like you want to listen to somebody who is normal, ain't no normal. But at least you can handle it, yeah? I mean, you handled it well. Before, some of you will be like, you know what? I'm just going to go and make tea. I'll come back when you take this move out of the screen. I didn't see that comment, so which means you handled it well. Did you make any sense out of all he said? Because I was jotting it down to just jot down what he is trying to say, even though I lost some cells in my brain trying to figure it out. He's a madman. Apart from the fact that he is a chronic liar, he is an incoherent chronic liar as well. There is hunger. There is also hope. I don't even understand what that means. We have some important governors here where they will have ranches in their states. We are solving problems that afflict humanity in this part of Africa, where between farmers and others are, bloodshed everywhere. I heard that. There is return on investment. Which investment? IMF has no investment. They borrow you money. So what is the return? What is he giving them in return?
If you decide to vote, if Tinubu wins, all of you are going to join. That is God has spoken. Just let it go live. Let it go live has spoken. Just the way I've said it. Let me say in English so that they won't understand. Okay, sir.
If Nigerians vote for APC,
Nigeria
will sink.
We will
swallow in poverty, and the economy will be in shambles. If the government of APC continues, Nigeria will suffer extraordinary. I'm not in support of anybody. As a matter of fact, I don't vote. And I will never vote. I am telling you that we have never seen Archie before. Then this is when we now experience more Archie. We will be sick, the economy will be sick. I'm not saying anybody should like.
I'm highly disappointed of Nigerian government because the Nigerian government were highly disappointed in them due to foreseen circumstances. Definitely, I'm one of those people who are proving people should die in coronavirus is more better than people should die in hungers. Hunger kills more than coronavirus because some people are less privileged. Due to foreseen circumstances that I said it, some people are less privileged, which they are based on daily pay, which are not even based on salaries. But our government thinks that the lockdown is the best solution to coronavirus and proving it to an extent and to the levels of alacrity that if someone die in coronavirus, it's more efficient to die in hunger. Because some people will be at indoor. There's no way to make our own life.
Thank you, Jerry, Professor. The leaders of tomorrow, you are the leaders of tomorrow, is one of the lies that they told us. But a lot of us found out late. You see, one of the damages that a bad governance and bad leadership has done to Nigerians is the fact that we are not allowed to have a balanced diet for our brains to develop, like better brains to develop. It starts from the kind of food that we have to eat. In Nigeria, you just have to eat to belly full. You don't have to eat to balance your diet. So those of you who are lucky enough to get a balanced diet from your parents and your brains developed, like the brains of properly raised kids should, you don't know what God did for you. Now, turn to if you still have your parents, turn to them and say, thank you so much, Mama. Call them, text them. Because you see, they may not have all the money in the world, but some of our parents did their best to give us the proper meals that developed our brains, like, because in Nigeria, there are people who just grew up, but their brains didn't develop properly. It is due to the kind of food they were fed. And this is not a funny thing. It is real. It is science. Where if you were eating this kind of food, there is a probability, right, that you will end up as a Ronuku, a Ronunazi, a Buaridane, a Buari Didering, a Buari Dinotu, maybe a Buari Dijatu, or a Buari Shuku, Ngozi Ari, Nneka Ari, obedient fool, sophisticated moron, humbled slave, voluntary slave, crumb eater, a crumb chaser, ass licker, or all ricer, Lagos Abobaku, or Oshogbu Alimajiri. There is a chance that if you were fed this kind of food, you will end up as a bad idiot, a bad star, a cyberbarian. This is not a laughing matter. What do you think these ones will be as leaders of tomorrow from Akwa Ibom with this kind of meal?
Come on, this is heartbreaking.
Leaders of tomorrow. They have decided to ensure that they will never have access to good nutrients in their meal, so that when they grow up, rather than have the ability to think critically, they will turn to superstitious morons. They always believes that Sky Daddy will one day come down and fix their problems. And if you tell them that there is no daddy in this sky, nobody is there in this sky, it is just cloud and all of that in this sky, they will disagree with you because they do not have enough brain cells. They didn't grow up properly. Here you get. They did not have the brain to process the fact that no Sky Daddy is coming to help them. They will begin to argue with you on social media. There are many like that. And you are right. There are some of these politicians in Nigeria who also didn't grow up with proper nutrients in any way. They did not develop. They developed in body to look like they are growing up. When you begin to check their brains, do the brain test for some of them, except for the survival brain, the survival mentality they have, which is that they should do everything and anything. They should do anything and everything, okay, to survive. That mentality is the only one that seems to grow well. Everything else, right, is like people living in caves. So selfish, so self-centered. Unfortunately, how could you feed that to children? I'm glad somebody made a video, and it is really, really heartbreaking. Somebody said they are preparing them for their future as prisoners, so that when they end up as prisoners, they will remember their boarding school days when they are being fed that kind of meal. Children, the leaders of tomorrow. Somebody said that's pepper soup. Please don't make me laugh. I don't want to laugh. Okay. They give you that kind of pepper. Pepper soup and never. You just cracked me up there. I really, really didn't want to laugh. Okay. It's unfortunate. Children. When you are born inside Nigeria, life is already leading you by 4-0. So if you are lucky, your parents manage to give you education, you are likely going to score 1 back. That is a 4-1. If your parents also have struggled to get something like, to give you a bit of a leap in life, then you have a 4-2. So, and some people will never equalize. Talk less of them winning. And winning in life has become the grace. They'll say, the grace of God. If you make them the grace of God. There are those that will never even equalize. No parents, no education, no support, no nothing. And now so they could die. It's unfortunate. I saw something online earlier that happened in Lapaz, somewhere in Accra, in Ghana. It looks like watching the what was that called again? Is it called the Bank Heist? What's that movie? That movie where they were robbing banks and the police are always like coming late. They have all these means of escaping and all that. It happened in Accra. Money Heist. I watched that. I watched the series. So something that looked like Money Heist happened in Accra, Ghana today. It's interesting. I thought you should see it. Armed robbers. They were robbing a Bureau de change in Accra, Lapaz area. And somehow the police got wind of it and they came. And it was time to apprehend them. So the armed robbers got trapped inside the Bureau de change complex. And everybody, a lot of people in the area came out to watch how this was going to end. Unfortunately, the armed robbers actually escaped through the back door. The police covered the front, but they didn't cover the back. And that kind of gave me an idea of the Siamese twins that Nigeria and Ghana seems to be like. And it also gives us the idea of what the police in Ghana really look like. Let me show you what happened in that Lapaz area in Accra, Ghana.
Your power. almost a forest bureau inside or police in the container no near her. I couldn't pistol no, I couldn't pistol clear. Obasha inside oh. Mama was running job ano. When you pistol, where move pistol?
Forest Road, I mean. Then there we are. Yo, guys, so the issue be say thieves go the Forest Road and they go still. Fortunately, now police they are around. As they enter, no, where the police too lock the door. So now the police they call back up come and they record everything. Wait a minute, mama, live view, Angasa.
Are you sure? Ghana Miss Service.
Sorry. See the Forest Road that. So as the thief enter, where the police can lock the door. So as they lock them, this be the police. So then they come all back up come. The way I do, shooting go by any time, Baba. See, this be tear gas and the whole road. I beg, the way I do, at the whole 16 from us, I the fear for my phone, make I go. I beg.
But obeying how they robbery, yeah. Company here without being armed. So, almost
hello, my nothing I confirm on my side. Charlie, I come for you for my show. I don't know what you say. The way you do shooting go best, so I see tear gas, I see machine gun. So any moment from now, I beg you, if they bust my phone.
I kind of love that Ghana's English. Is that the Ghana's broken English? The only thing I hear there is that, you know, what are they happening here now? I can't even repeat it. I'm sorry. I'm so terrible in mimicking. So there's no point in trying. So the end story was that the armed robbers, they left through the back door. And the police was just there sitting duck. They are waiting to either shoot in or throw in tear gas to force them out, only for them to come out and say, no, they are gone. They are gone now. There's no armed robber there anymore. Oh, no, we should have covered the back. Or they didn't. Or it's quite better, though. Even though tactically they failed, but if it was to say in Nigeria, if you shoot everybody inside the shop, I don't know, like, you know, they can possibly just shoot everybody inside the place so that everyone, the people where they say, I know the armed robber, officer, don't shoot, you know, they shoot everybody inside, say, fire everybody inside. We'll go identify the armed robbers later. I know. So this afternoon, we're talking about the Abobaku is pushing the agenda of, the Igbos are not accommodating, the Igbos don't welcome, in quote, strangers. So I bring back to you again this video. It's been on the internet now for quite like a few weeks or a few months now. So just a flashback. Those who have lived their lives and ran their